Good morning everyone. I am lecturer. Today I am going to discuss about the third semester subject fabric structure in that fourth unit weaves. Earlier sessions you have discussed about the definition of weaving, classification of the weaves and detailed study of the basic and as well as the decorative weaves. Today's session is ninth session. In that we are going to learn about the selvage. What is a selvage thing? See the diagram. These are the warp yarns, lengthwise frame, and this is the widthwise, that is cut or selvage. See the diagram. A selvage or selvage is a self-finished edge of fabric, keeping it from unraveling and fraying. The term self-finished means that the edge does not require additional finishing work such as hem or bias tape to prevent fraying. So what is a selvage? It is as a name self-finished edge of the fabric, it keeping it from unraveling and the fraying. The term self-finished means edge does not require any additional finishing works. For all the fabrics on both sides that are lengthwise, the selvage will be there. It is usually made more compact and stronger than the rest of the fabric by using more or heavier warp yarns or by using a stronger weave. In woven fabric, selvages are the edges that run parallel to the warp, the longitudinal threads that run the entire length of the fabric and are created by the weft thread looping back at end of each row. So, selvage it is a self edge. During the weaving process, we are using it is very strong yarns and the compact weaving, heavier yarns and stronger weave to create this selvage. In the looming process, it is a compactly woven compared to other part that is the other fabric. Types of the selvages. There are several types of selvages that are used for this purpose with shuttle-less looms. The kind of selvage used depends upon economy of production and the expected use of the fabric. So many types of selvages are there depending on the purpose and the production and the expected use they are made. Plain selvage, tape selvage, split selvage, fused selvage, lino selvage, tuck selvage. These are the types of the selvages. See the images of the selvages. Plain selvage. These selvages are constructed of the simple plain weave with the same size yarns as the rest of the fabric, but with the threads packed more closely together. Such selvages are fairly durable and firm. So as the name indicates, it is constructed by simple weaves with the same size and the yarn and the threads packed are more closely together. That is weighted closely. Second is the tape selvage. The tape selvages are sometimes constructed with the plain weave, but often are made of the basket or fill weaves, which makes a flatter edge. Tape selvages are made of heavier yarns or ply yarns, which provide greater strength. tape selvages. The tape selvages are sometimes constructed with the plane, but more often it is they are constructed by using the basket or the twill used to make the flat edge. They are made up of heavier yarns or the ply yarns. You already know about the types of the yarns in that ply yarns. So by using the ply yarns, we are creating the tape selvage to provide the greater strength to that selvage. Next is the split selvage. Split selvage, these are made by weaving a narrow width fabric twice its ordinary width with two selvages in the center. The fabric is then cut between the selvages and the cut edges are finished with the chain stitch or hemming. Split selvages are used when items such as towels are woven side by side and cut apart after weaving. So split, as the name indicates, splitting is done here. Here they are made by weaving a narrow width of the fabric, twice its ordinary width, and two selvages in the center. After the fabric is then cut between the two selvages, cut edges are finished with the chain stitch or the hemming. Next is the fused selvage. These selvages are made on fabrics of thermoplastic fibers such as polypropyl, nylon, etc. by pressing a hot mechanical element on the edges of the fabric. The fibers melt and fuse together, sealing the edges. This technique is sometimes used to split wide fabrics into narrower fabric width. So fused selvages, these selvages are made on the fabrics of thermoplastic fibers. That is, easy example is nylon. By pressing hot mechanical element on the edges of the fabric, the fibers melt and fuse together, sealing the edges. Lino selvage. The lino selvage is used on some shuttle-less looms. The lino selvages are obtained by binding the wefts with strong additional threads, working in lino or gauze weave, and by eliminating through cutting the protruding weft ends. Half-crossed lino weave fabrics have excellent shear resistance. They are made with special lino weaving harnesses. This lino selvage is used on some shuttle-less looms. So, shuttle-less looms, we are using some of the other devices to insert the weft yarns. That is, our devices are lino. Lino selvages are obtained by binding the weft with the strong additional threads, working in lino or the gauze weave. That after that, by eliminating through cutting the protruding weft ends. Last is tucked selvage. The tucked selvage is a technique used on some shuttle-less looms. A device is used to tuck and hold the cut ends into the fabric edge. In a tucked selvage, the fringed edges of the weft yarns are woven back into the body of the fabric using a special tuck-in mechanism. So, as the name indicates, using the tuck device used to hold the cut ends into the fabric edge. Tucked selvage, fringed edges of the weft yarns are woven back into the body of the fabric using special, that is the tuck-in mechanism. As a result, the weft density is doubled in the selvage area. The tucked-in selvage was being only used for projectile weaving machines in the past. However, it is now also applied to other shuttle-less weaving machines. Earlier, it was used only for the projectile, that is the missiles of the projectile weaving machine. Nowadays, they are applied to other shuttle-less weaving machines. Only types of the salvages. Answer the following questions. Define salvage. Mention the types of salvages. Describe types of salvages. So you have to answer all these questions. Thank you.